Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Rum. You're back with another lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Waharakakadash, Barakath Yahweh, Barakath Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways. Prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, also in the correct name, doctrine. Gotta say that in the name and in the doctrine. But shalom also to the men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua by their faith. We got another World War III update I want to bring forth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, because the Russians has the jaw that hook put in their jaws, as Yahweh Shem Yahushua said they would. And this is all for the elite to go down, man. Let's get into it.
So I've practically been giving you guys daily updates of what's going on in Europe with them building up for war, telling their citizens to get ready and all that. And it seems like daily more shit happens to come out. So as of today, they are now saying that Sweden, the country of Sweden, has prepared 64,000 nuclear bunkers for 7 million people. Now, Sweden has already made these shelters. They've had these shelters for years, but they're going to be upgrading them for their citizens. Guess who's not going to do that for us? The United States. But you want to know what's crazier than that? Norway is following suit. They're also getting ready to open their Cold War bunkers as everyone's getting ready to face Russia. And speaking of Russia, Putin just called for the largest conscription in like 14 years, and this will make Russia's army bigger than America's. I know I'm not talking about as far as hardware and all that, I'm talking about troops. Guys, I don't think we're that far back from actually calling up a draft ourselves. I would not be surprised with all these countries doing it and everybody knowing that we're heading to war. We have Germany moving 5,000 troops to Russia's doorstep in the first permanent foreign deployment since World War II. So Germany didn't do this since the last World War. Wow. So why did they do it now? Could it be because we're in World War III? We have the UK actually sending fighters to guard against Russian aggression on NATO's eastern flank. And this would be the first time that they use their own fighters for this. We also got Russia jumping in on the whole United States and Iran thing, saying that we shouldn't be taunting Iran, we shouldn't be bullying Iran, and they do not support military strikes against Iran. They said if that is the case, there will be catastrophic consequences. I have a feeling this is going to turn into two scenarios, that Russia steps into this war, or that Russia and China escalates their own wars, as in Russia goes after Europe and China starts going after Taiwan. Oh, speaking of China, we have China practicing attacks and blockades on Taiwan, as they have Taiwan completely surrounded right now. Taiwan is condemning these drills, and they also sent out aircraft and also, of course, ships and air defense to monitor the PLA. Also, yesterday, there was a missile cargo ship that arrived in Iran from China. I wonder if China's arming up Iran with something, as China is urging the United States to return to Iranian nuclear talks as soon as possible as well. So we have two nuclear threats from Iran. First of all, their lawmakers are calling for a nuclear weapon right now. They also said if the United States end up hitting them, they will acquire a nuclear weapon after that. I wonder if they're going to try to bomb us first with a nuclear bomb. And I don't mean over here in the United States, but I mean in the region, maybe in Israel or, somewhere else. That would be crazy. We have the top U.S. general nominee calling North Korea an immediate security challenge and backs trilateral cooperation with Japan. Yeah, they're about to step up their efforts to denuclearize North Korea, even though Trump said he had a good call with them. But his camp seems to be pushing a different message. All right, let's speed this up. We have the Houthis that shot down an MQ-9 Reaper drone, which is a United States drone. We have the United States that did airstrikes on Yemen today, which Trump did warn the Houthis that every day these strikes are going to get stronger and stronger. Y'all remember General Armageddon? He was a general that was known for the Syrian war crimes and all that in Russia. He was in charge of the Ukraine war at some point in 2022. And when he got in and Ukraine was about to make an offensive towards Crimea, they said that there was a 50% chance that Russia was going to use a nuclear weapon. That's what United States intelligence is saying. What? How does it go up from 5 to 10% all the way up to 50%? That's crazy. We have Israel saying that they hit targets in Beirut and they killed Hezbollah, Iran, and Hamas terrorists that was planning an attack. They called them a threat to their civilians, so that's why they hit them. And we have the Gulf states warning the United States they're not going to be involved in this war, even though they're still holding our ships and holding ports for us to attack Iran. But, they don't want to be attacked by Iran. So, anyways, this is the latest, man. I got a live coming next. I'll see y'all there.
And see, that's all that's on the news, man. Well, I'm gonna say this is all this on secular news, or you would say it, because your regular news is not telling you that World War III, the Battle of Armageddon, nuclear war. They're not telling you that, man. As he already said, this Russia warned the United States that strikes on Iran would have catastrophic consequences, which we know that Russia is prepared for war, man. They had hooks in their jaws and they're ready to fight, man. As you see right here, it says he also mentioned that China sent some weaponry to Iran, man. So the sides are being chosen. It says Chinese and Russian warships have entered Iran's territory waters for military exercise with Iran. This happened a couple weeks ago, and I think they just went back in there for exercises because America was threatening to strike Iran. Again, this is just in. Russia warns the United States that strikes on Iran would be catastrophic consequences. Same exact thing. So there's just different sources saying the same exact thing, man. And our people want to party and bullshit, man. I just seen this on TikTok, and I was like, man, this is true. This is our people right here.
Right now, we have some big. We have some terrible breaking news coming. We have some really big news tonight. And we have another terrible breaking news up. We have some scary news. We have some big news right now. Donald Trump has officially revoked. Right now, we have some big news right now. We have some terrible breaking news coming. We have some really big news tonight. And we have another terrible breaking news up. We have some scary news. We have some big news right now. Donald Trump has officially revoked.
And see, ain't nothing wrong with partying, but it's not the time, man. This is not the time to be partying and bullshit, man. This is a time of war, man. Every nation on earth is going to be touched by this war. If they getting hit with the nukes, or they just having troops in the war, man. The planet is going to be stirred up, man. The economy is crashing as I speak. Check this out.
If Taiwan falls, it will not be the end, but rather a beginning. The problem is this: the island's location. Taiwan sits at a pivotal point in the first island chain that the U.S. sees as its line of defense to prevent the CCP's naval expansion into the Pacific. If Taiwan is lost to China, it will be much harder for the U.S. to protect other first island nations, like Japan and South Korea, and U.S. military bases there will also be in peril. What's worse, a Chinese military base in Taiwan could well threaten the second island chain, including Guam. At that time, the security of the Philippines and even Australia would be on the line. But there's another level of strategic threat hitting closer to home: the deep-water ports on the east coast of Taiwan, the CCP's ticket to the Pacific. From there, Chinese nuclear submarines could freely enter the Pacific Ocean without being detected by U.S. forces. Every island in the Pacific, Hawaii, and even the U.S. West Coast would be threatened or even raided by a CCP nuclear submarine.
And that's what they fear. And China's ready for war just like Russia is, man. They're going to be two allies that's going to come against, and they're BRICS countries, man. It's going to come against Babylon the Great. And as this is not being said on the news or anything as well, but Egypt is being prepared as well, man, on the border of, and I'm going to let them explain it. So, man, this is it, man. We're coming into that time that the Lord warned us to warn the nation of Israel about. There's a time of war, the Battle of Armageddon, judgment, famines, pestilence. This is the time, man. You're seeing it in real time before it comes forth. So when it comes, no other warning is going to be given. This is the warning. And I forgot it didn't speak. But it's a quick little video. Peace agreement danger for cries in front of U.S. Israel cries in front of U.S. Military moves in Sinai could shatter. War looming. Egypt deploys massive military near Israel's border, exceeding treaty limits. Israel urges U.S. to intervene. And see, this is not being spoken of at all. Israel has asked the U.S. for help after Egypt sends more troops to Sinai, breaking the 1979 peace deal. Satellite photos show Egyptian tanks and soldiers near Israel. 4 times more than allowed. See that 4 times more than allowed. Israel says Egypt is preparing for war with U.S.-made tanks and jets. The IDF says Egypt builds new airfields and tunnels in Sinai, violating the treaty. Egypt claims it is fighting terrorists. But experts say its drills look like attacks on Israel. The U.S. gave Egypt 4.69. Hang on, I can't even say it. Get it on. Gave them 4.69 billion in weapons this year, even after cutting some aid over human rights. And see, now they want to cry and complain about what's happening, man. And America gave all these weapons to all the nations to use against them, man. It's beyond crazy, man. Israel warns of a possible new war and urge preparedness after the October 7th Hamas attack. With tensions high, the U.S. must mediate to stop a bigger conflict. The scripture tell you the nations are mad. They've been sitting around and letting them do exactly whatever they wanted to do. And now it's going to come with consequence, man. Let me play this right here, too.
Breaking news, guys. After Iran refused to have negotiations with Donald Trump about nuclear, Donald Trump threatened Iran that if Iran does not negotiate with us, we will destroy Iran. We will bombard on their regions like they never saw before. And China responded back. If U.S. is thinking about attacking on Iran, we will do Navy exercise with Russia close to Iran. And in that case, we will be against U.S. We will be facing U.S. So this is like China threatened U.S. at the same time. China defense minister says, Iran is our allies. If attacking on Iran is attacking on China. So yeah.
So that goes to show you that what China just sent to them in the first video, they're allies to China, man. So they're gonna fight, and it's all gonna end this way.
A ballistic missile launched from a launch pad outside Moscow takes 26 minutes and 40 seconds to get to Washington, D.C. We can't shoot down ballistic missiles, long-range ballistic missiles, with any kind of certainty or accuracy. So there's 3 phases of a ballistic missile. The interceptor system is designed to take out the missile in mid-course phase. We have 44 interceptors. We have 1,700, let's say, nuclear missiles on ready for launch status. Russia has about the same. We have 44 interceptor missiles. How are 44 interceptor missiles going to go up against more than 1,000 Russian nuclear weapons coming at us? Never mind the fact that each interceptor has a 50% shoot down rate, which is why when nuclear war begins, it only ends in nuclear Armageddon.
Jesus. And that's what's coming, man. And that's what we want our people, man. You singing and dancing, partying and bullshitting. This ain't the time, man. Because we are seeing this buildup of this war coming, man. The Battle of Armageddon, nuclear fallout. You know what I'm saying, how they say it. But the nations that are allies with Babylon the Great, they're getting their nation prepared with bunkers, man. You haven't heard about them getting no bunkers prepared for you Babylonians. And they know this is coming because they're in the center, they're in the middle of it, man. They're prophesied to be hit. And the lady just showed you, they only got 44. And that's why they want to rush to get Greenland to be, you know, to put those interceptors there. But it's not going to work, man. They're not going to have time enough to even get that done. And even if they did, they still won't be able to take down these missiles, man, because the Lord is going to be in these missiles, man. The angels are going to guide these missiles, man. And nothing and nobody is going to stop them from hitting exactly where the Lord wants them to hit. Now, this is a video of a meeting that was in 2005, which the elite have already planned this. I'm gonna let him explain it. They already had planned this, and this you can go back to the letter of Albert Pike when he wrote about the 3 world wars. This is part of it.
There were Masons. There were senior Masons. There were about 25 or 30 people there, including senior politicians who most people in the UK would recognize by name. I do not know who they were. He didn't name them, and I didn't ask them, but he said it starts with Israel attacking Iran. At that point, there will be a limited nuclear exchange in the Middle East, followed by a ceasefire. And then the next thing that happens in this chess game that's being played is that biological weapons are released on China. You heard this being discussed in this meeting. They will release a flu-like virus that will be genetically targeted against the Chinese population. It's racially targeted against the Chinese people. It's designed to spread like wildfire and to knock out a large number of the Chinese people. And these people in this meeting were laughing about this. They said, China will catch a cold. And then, he said, then the real war starts. Something that would be justifiably called the Third World War, with a much more major nuclear exchange. The plan sequence is as follows. Israel attacks Iran, then there's a ceasefire, then during which time there is heavy governmental military controls over populations in all Western countries. Then China is attacked by a biological weapon. It's a flu-like disease. It spreads like wildfire. This goes all over the world, and then they have a major Third World War.
Now, pay close attention. I'm going to rewind this back a little bit. And you can't tell me that we're not at this point. Now, this is a meeting back in 2005. This video was done, it's a video from 2010 about a meeting from June 2005. Now, the meeting was about high-level Masons and, you know, how people of high stature in the society. And they're speaking about it's going to be a nuclear exchange in the Middle East. Then it will be a ceasefire. Then they will release a plague over, you know, say over China, but it's going to spread like wildfire all over the globe. Then it'll be pretty much a government takedown of the Western countries, man. And that's when I believe the mark of the beast is going to be implemented, martial law, and all those things that we warning about that'll be implemented, man. Then there will be the real exchange of nuclear missiles, man. And I'm gonna bring it back just a little bit more, so you can check it out. Exactly what he's saying. That was in this meeting, man, and the elites were laughing about it.
Then, he said, then the real war starts. Something that would be justifiably called the Third World War, with a much more major nuclear exchange. The plan sequence is as follows. Israel attacks Iran, then there's a ceasefire. Then, during which time there is heavy governmental military controls over populations in all Western countries. Then China is attacked by a biological weapon. It's a flu-like disease. It spreads like wildfire. This goes all over the world, and then they have a major third world.
So that's plain, man. And we can't say, oh, it's going to happen like that. We can't say it ain't going to happen like that. But we just warn you what's coming. And this has all been talked about for many years, man. And we just been privy to understand it and see it plain now. And man, it's coming, man. Our people, man, they ain't taking heed to it, man. They think this is just going to continue to be Babylon the Great forever, man. And the Lord has a time frame that His place is not going to pass, man. We don't know. The angels don't know. Yahweh Shai don't know. But we're very, very close, man. Let's start here in the GNT. This is Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. It says, the prophets who spoke long ago, before my time and yours, predicted that war, starvation, and disease will come to many nations and powerful kingdoms. And that's where we at, man. But a prophet who predicts peace can only be recognized as a prophet whom Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has truly sent when that prophet prediction comes true. And that's why we proclaiming to be the prophets of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We're telling you exactly what's going to happen very soon, man. Now, when I was in my truck I just got to go pick up my Bonds medicine, and I was watching a video on the way home, and he was saying that the stock market has crashed. It's crashing, and it should crash overnight because of the tariffs. I forgot what they labeled this day of all the tariffs that went in effect over all the nations that Trump put in place. And he said the stock market was crashing. Now, so we're going to see what happens in the morning when we wake up, what the stock market did. But we're from apostles and elders, great millstone on down. We're prophesying of the prophecies that's going to come to pass very soon, man. And we are truly the doomsday prophets because we're prophesying a doom, man, destruction. We're not prophesying a peace, getting back to getting your house in order with finances and getting your business prepared. No, man, we're telling you that nothing but bad times are coming, man. Nothing but death and destruction is coming. This is Isaiah 24, and I'm going to drop down to verse 17. It says, fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitants of earth, O inhabitants of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall come into the pit. And he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundation of the earth do shake. And this is when these thermonuclear missiles are shot off, man. There's no bunkers here in Babylon the Great. And even if you had one, that's just going to be an oven for your destruction. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. And what is going to make this earth move the way the Lord is describing here? Exceedingly. Let's get a quick Google definition, what they will say exceedingly is. Extremely. To a great extent. So this earth is going to be moved exceedingly, man. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. See, the Lord is going to bring great destruction, man. And these missiles that's going to be hidden is not going to let this place, Babylon the Great I'm speaking of, ever be inhabited again. This place is going to shake like a drunkard, man. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall punish the hosts of the high ones. See, your elite that brought this destruction, they're going to be punished, man. That are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And see, their judgment is coming upon the earth, man. When those missiles, they think that they are controlling World War III. That's the snare. That's the trap the Lord has them in. As you go back to what it, Job 21, I want to say, Job 8, he's going to rain it on them while they're eating, when they think everything is in control. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners. See that the elite are going to be gathered together as prisoners in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. So this is their end. World War III is the elite's end. The Edomites' rule will be done. They will never rule again. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua hosts reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, before the ancients in gloriously, slacking, before his ancients gloriously, man. So what we're coming upon is the kingdom of heaven. This is leading into the kingdom of heaven. World War III, and then these prisoners in pits. I mean, it goes hand in hand, man. This is Romans 14 I want to get. This is Romans 14 and verse 11. It says, for it is written, as I live, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to power. So then every one of us shall give account of himself to power, man. So Esau thinks he's getting away, man. No, man. Every knee is going to bow to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And you have to give account of everything you've done in the earth, man. And Esau has to give account as well, man. And his judgment is very soon, man. It's not, man. When they think they got everything going right, man, that's when it's going to fall upon them, man. Because they're going to bring a great disease that's going to kill a lot of people, man. Just like the man said, man. They got a disease, they call it, just like they did the other C9. You know what I mean? And it killed a lot of people over in China, and it spread like wildfires. So they got something way worse than that, man. BG been telling you for many years now. After that happened, the next one, they're going to really understand, man. They're going to really see the end. The next one, you got a lot of people that took that jungle juice, and it led to a lot of their demise. This is Psalm 76, and just get the point in verse 12. It says, he shall cut off the spirit of princes. He is terrible to the kings of the earth, man. And that's Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Every knee is going to bow before the Lord, man. You got to give account of everything you've done in the earth, man. Because this destruction that is coming is ultimately from the Almighty. But he's just using Esau on the left-hand side for his judgment, man. He's building his judgment. Esau got so much punishment coming to him. Why not add a little bit more to it, man? Add a little bit more destruction to him, man. Because he is the wicked, man. This is Isaiah 45, and I'm going to start at verse 22. Look unto me and be ye saved, all the ends of the earth. For I am power, and there is none else. I have sworn by myself, the word is going out of my mouth in righteousness. See that? This word is going out of the Lord's mouth in righteousness, and shall not return, that unto me every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. Surely shall one say, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua have our righteousness and strength, even to him shall men come, and all that are incensed against him shall be ashamed. See, Esau is doing this because he don't want the children of Israel to rule, man. He wants to destroy the earth so the children of Israel can't rule. Which he don't understand, the Lord is going to build all this back, man. The only thing that's not going to be built back is Babylon the Great, man. He's bringing wars. He's bringing the sickness. He's bringing all these diseases. He's doing this because he thinks that the Lord is not going to return, man. The Lord is not seeing what he is doing, man. That he can set up the earth the way he wants it and rule over it. He is setting a trick bag, man. And if you want to be joined to Esau, man, you're going to be ashamed along with him. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory. That's where your mind should be. In Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You Israelites, the seed of Israel. This is where the justification is coming from, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because he's going to bring all the elite, all the wicked down, man. He's going to bring all of them down, man. And the warning has went out. And if you ain't take heed to it, man, it's on you, man. Because who you looking to for protection now, they're going to be scrambling, man. They're going to be scrambling, man. This is Amos 9 and verse 1. He says, I saw Yahweh Shem Yahushua standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door that the posts may shake, and cut the heads of all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away. And it's talking about the elite, man. Those got out of space stations, space centers and shit, man. Has these bunkers up under the earth that got tunnels and got railroads and shit like that. They think they're gonna escape or preparing to escape the judgment of the Lord, man, the return of the Lord, man. He said to flee away, he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. See that? Those that escaped did all this wickedness on the earth, they're not going to be delivered, man. They're not going to escape the judges of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. See that? They got all these underground bunkers and shit, and the Lord is going to take them, man. They think they're going to see a nuclear exchange and get off on it, man. They want to see a nuclear exchange and get away. But that's not going to happen, man. He says, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. See, they're going to try to go in the outer space stations and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is right here. They dig into hell, which is the earth, trying to escape the Lord. Like I said, the underground bunkers, the outer space stations and shit. He says, though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. See, they got underground sea bunkers and shit, man, that we don't have a clue about. But these other nations, they're getting their little bunkers in their countries together, man. And no one is going to escape, man. No one is going to escape. Those people, like they just said, all those different countries are Edomites and different heathen nations. They're just being set up to escape the wrath of the Lord, the nuclear destruction, so they can be the first crops of slaves, man. The Lord got this thing set up perfect. He got it set up perfect, man. And you can't forget about Leviathan, man. That's why he said when they dig in the sea, you're going to command the serpent to bite them, man. There's no escape, man. No one is going to run from the judgment of the Lord, man. He says, and though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them, and I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good. And see, that's what's coming for them. Nothing but evil is coming for Esau Edom, man. He think he's orchestrating the judgment on the people, but it's being orchestrated for him to be judged. The Lord got this thing set up perfect, man. And only the men of the Lord that's prophesying in the correct doctrine can see it. It's playing before our eyes like a movie, man. Constantly through the scriptures. Playing before our eyes, man. This is Psalms 149. And I gotta, let me read the whole thing. It says, praise ye Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, sing unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. And only Israelites can be saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. See that? Let Israel rejoice in him that made him, that the children of Zion be joyful in their king. And that's what we've been. We've been joyful in the Lord, man. He is our king. Let them praise his name in the dance. And why would we call on another name, man? Why would we call on Most High Christ? All that, man. This is the name Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. The scriptures clearly, almost every day, man, a scripture pop out. I didn't even, you know what I'm saying, look to read about the name of the Lord, man. But it's constantly telling us to praise the name of the Lord, man. Let's get back to it. It says, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel, and the harp. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua taketh pleasure in his people. See that? The Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. And that's what's finna soon happen, man. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron. And see, they're finna go into hardcore slavery, man. To execute upon them the judgment written. See, this is written. We can't change it. We can't join on the Esau. We can't do anything but fulfill the Lord's word, man. This word is going to be fulfilled. If you in this truth or not, it's going to be fulfilled, man. This is written. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It's going to be an honor to lock up and put chains on our enemies and our oppressors, man. It's going to be a pleasure. It's going to be an honor, man. And that's what the fight is, man. We're fighting to be a part of part of the saints, man. Part of the 144,000, part of the elect. That's going to have the honor to chain up our oppressors, man. It's going to be an honor, man. And this is his fall, man. This is his mighty fall, man. This is Esau's mighty fall. So him thinking that he's bringing the nuclear destruction in is only for his fall, man. That's the trick. That's the trick that Esau doesn't know is going to happen on him. It's going to come back on his own head, man. And he has no clue. This is Revelation 6. No, start at verse 13. It says, the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll. See that? The heaven departed as a scroll, meaning those thermonuclear missiles, man, when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved and out of their places. And that's what we just read in Isaiah 24, man. The earth is moved exceedingly. And the kings of the earth, and the great man, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens of the rocks of the mountains. And that's those nuclear bunkers, man. You see these other nations, they set them up. They set it up for their people to escape. And they're going to run, all of them going to run to these bunkers, man. And saying to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. And that's Yahweh Shah. They know the Yahweh Shah coming, man. They know Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is coming, man. And that's in the midst of the World War III. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? See that? It's the great day of the Lord's wrath is coming, man. And see, Esau also tries to provoke the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, shoot these missiles off and think he's going to provoke the Lord to return. The Lord, man, the Lord's going to have, man, this joker is he is in a goddamn hell of a trick bag, boy. You got to be a prideful motherfucker to think you can go against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to provoke him to a fight, man. And to go against his people like he's not going to do anything, man. This man, you got to be taken down, man. This is madness, man. For him to even, I'm just saying that because to even think about that, man, it's like somebody want to fight Mike Tyson and don't know how to box, even in his prime at that, though. You want to fight Mike Tyson at 19, 21 years old, and you don't even know how to box, man. You want to get in the ring with him. That's just crazy to think about the dude. This man is this man. Let me end it, man. Let me end it. Revelations 9:9-20 says, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. See, they're not going to repent of the things they've done, trying to bring a nuclear destruction, putting all these different plagues and sicknesses out there. They are not going to repent from that, man. They have to be taken down the way the Lord is going to take them down, man. It's written. And that's for them to be put in chains. And that's the honor of the saints. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. See, all the things that the elite have done on the earth, they're not going to repent from it, man. So you got to have a prideful slave, man. You don't want no slave that's just going to obey and just do whatever you want to do. You want them to buck up, man. You want somebody that's going to buck up, that way you can punish them. And that's what we want, man. Because they're not going to repent. They're not going to stop until they feel like they accomplished their goal, man. And you got to have a prideful slave, man. You don't want a weak slave that ain't just going to do whatever you say. You want somebody that's prideful so you can punish them, man, with them lashes. So Lord Williams edify me in the church. Shalom. Shalom.